Welcome and thank you so much for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your December 2020 tarot card reading. This is the festive season and so I am in my Christmas shirt, but I am aware that this Christmas is going to be very different for the majority of us in a lot of ways, and so I want to use the spread this month to delve into some of our past situations, our present and future situations. So the reading will be a little bit different to how I usually do it this month, but I'm hoping that will help us pick up on more of what we can expect from this season, which is going to be so different. If you would like to check out your free 3-card tarot spread, you can do that by clicking on the link beneath this video. You can also order your digital spreads, or indeed reach out to me for a one-to-one consultation. But without further ado, let's get into this reading for your specific zodiac sign. This will be for your sun sign or your rising sign. For me personally, I find that tarot works best with my sun, but that is just me. So please feel free to watch your rising sign as well. So let's see what the cards hold for you this month. Hello Pisces, and thank you so much for joining me for your December 2020 tarot card reading. Now let's have a look at what your significator card for this month is. Wow, you have a major arcana card, Pisces. And this is the moon reversed. I feel in a lot of ways this is your nature in some ways. It's about, sometimes it's diving into that more psychic side of yourself. And then other times you're really pulling away from those kinds of emotions and trying to, brush them off. If you're not already feeling confused about something, Pisces, you might be when this when the moon card appears upside down, because it does point to a few muddles and mistakes, and this can really affect our emotional state when this happens. So it could be that you get so wrapped up in how you feel this month, Pisces, that you forget how you think. And I know that sounds a bit strange, but could you take some time this month to step away from any dramas, step away from butting heads or having to be right, dare I say it, You might feel a little bit insecure this month, and, you might be thinking, well, I don't fit in anywhere and, I don't feel like I belong. But is this really true, or is this a fear? Because this card is suggesting that there is some murkiness, muddiness, and you're shifting. Your emotions are shifting a lot this month. So I think that you have a lot of worries that things are going to turn out not so good. But just keep asking yourself, is that true? Do I know that 100%? Am I 100% certain it's going to work out rubbish? Well, no, none of us can really be 100%, but it's about breaking down the fears into actual logical steps. Like, use your logic to point through the mist. It will be like a torch shining through the light. So it's not so much about trusting your emotions this month, actually, Pisces, which might sound a bit strange to say. I think your logic is going to have to step up its game. So your past card is the 5 of Wands. So this could indicate why you're feeling some of this confusion potentially, because the 5 of Wands is about disagreements, disruption, and arguments. But they're kind of petty arguments. They're things that you will get over. They tend to be between your friends, your family, your siblings. There's people with different points of view, and nobody wants to drop the stick, right? We're all hitting each other with sticks. So you might come away feeling a little bruised, but definitely not damaged beyond repair. So any fallouts that have happened, I do feel that they can be rectified. So I wouldn't invest too much emotional panic into anything that happens like that. And particularly if you're not used to rowing with your friends or family, this can be particularly painful because it's outside of the norm. So please don't panic too much. We all have our off days, right? So your present situation here, you have the 8 of swords. Now 8s typically represent, our ambitions, what we want in life, and swords is about feeling a little bit trapped. So if you're in a job that you really don't enjoy at the moment, Pisces, are there ways out of that? Yes, you know, we all need to make a living to live. And there is absolutely no job on earth, in my view, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, there is no job on earth that doesn't have its downsides. Even if it's your dream job, there will still be something you don't like about it, like whether that's admin or whether that's, you know, worrying about how it's going to work out. If you're self-employed, there is not the same kind of consistency. But then, you know, we're in the age of employment now where that's not consistent either. So whatever we do in life, in other words, nothing is 100% foolproof. Nothing is 100% secure. So we might as well be doing something that we enjoy 98% of the time, or even 80% of the time at least. You know, if you're sitting somewhere where you're constantly thinking about being anywhere else. I had a job once where I was actually thought I was, you know, pretty good at it. I enjoyed it. I really liked the people. But there was always part of me that kind of looked out the window and imagined, you know, traveling or going on some kind of long vacation. And then I eventually left the job, and I did a little bit of traveling, but not as much as I wanted to. And I realized it wasn't actually about the traveling. It wasn't about going to a different country. What I was trying to escape was something I wasn't 100% invested in. And so and this can go for relationships as well. If your eye is roaming a little bit, or, you know, if you're not feeling fulfilled in a relationship or settled, is it because that relationship is bad, or is it just because something needs to be refreshed in that situation? Because the grass isn't always greener, but we do have to make steps to make our lives as enjoyable as they can be. So some deep searching questions this month for you Pisces, which is why I think a bit of confusion might come up. My advice, and I haven't seen the final card, but my advice is not to rush into any drastic decisions, but we will see. So you have the Two of Pentacles here. I love this card, actually. Yes, on its boring side, it can be about balancing the books a little bit. So it can mean that you're financially okay, but you may have the urge to overspend a bit, which would then make you not okay. But in its other form, I do feel like there are more opportunities coming up for you, particularly if you are wanting to change the way that you earn a living. And I think you can do that. So all of this confusion, looking for problems within your relationships, or maybe feeling like you can't trust the people around you, Pisces. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying that the emotion of all of that is not going to be the most helpful thing this month. The logic is going to be the most helpful thing. Figuring out how to get from A to B. Trying to stay as centered and grounded as possible this month before you make any huge decisions. So the arguments are going to come to an end. You will cut through that mist. There is a little bit of a mind prison, but it's escapable, and you definitely have some really fresh new opportunities in terms of your career and how you make your money. So I actually feel this is a really positive way to end the year. You're not making any big leaps of faith right now, but you can definitely see some changes come into your situation for sure. So there you have your December 2020 tarot card reading. I'm really honoured to have shared this space with you this month. Thank you so much for joining me, and until we speak again next month, I'm sending you lots of warm wishes and a very merry and peaceful Christmas.